Morning, everybody. Chris Wood here. November 15th, 2022. Welcome to my channel for anybody that may tune in. I gotta say, congratulations to Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, ex-chief or commander, 2019, staff sergeants, 2019-2021. Spencer Mills, 14716, Shannon CORK, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, STACEY, a mental health worker, was Daily Tea Company, NAPANEE, now Kingston. To Shelly HAFFNER, to Stacy's girlfriend, Dr. Tatiana B., A.K.A. Margie B., Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, Dr. Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, Triage Nurse Terry, Triage Nurse Tanya, Triage Nurse David, Paladin Security, and Administration. Billy Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North, Napanee, Ontario. Last known used name, bald, glasses, goatee, approximately 71, 72 years old. Blair Hardy, approximately 65 years old. Tyler Lake, approximately 30, 31, 32 years old. Jason Van Alstyne, approximately 40. A guy named Ray Ray on East Street, approximately 48, 49, 50 years old. His roommate Sam, she is approximately 25, 30 years old. I'm not sure. I am the victim of what is called remote neural monitoring, and it is police and military tech, what I just showed. And it is being used criminally on me for me speaking of police crimes. I have been injured, tortured, medically blacklisted, medically discriminated against, lies, time buying, cover ups, arrest refusals, except for on me to deflect crimes against me from the police and the crime co committing doctors here covering up with and for them. I am a revenge retaliation victim. My skull has been split. My brain has been seriously injured. I feel like I have been lobotomized. I no longer feel my true self or my consciousness. The remote neural monitoring, it is being used on me and passed around by a bunch of psychotic junkies who are drug fed and money paid co-offenders with and for O.P.P. They're untouchables. They're using remote neural monitoring, the tech around NAPANEE that a lot of people are not aware of, and it benefits them. They're using it criminally. They're using it to mentally screw victims up. They're using it for illegal invasive surveillance, seeing everything I see, hearing everything I hear. All 100% illegal. This is revenge retaliation on me for me speaking of police crimes. And as a result, I am having this used on me for 3 years, being changed, being deformed, going through identity theft and changes from having this on me and being broadcasted through from different people who are using it on me. It is being done to mentally fuck me up. It is being done to cause me memory loss. I've probably lost about 3-4 inches off of my skull, which I have shown and proven. This here is Chris, but it's not as crazy as that sounds. Right now, I'm being broadcasted through Seriously by Blair Hardy and by Jason Van Alstyne. The whole right side of my body feels like it's completely gone. I get air going through my head all the time. I have a spot on the back of my head. It has not healed up in 3 years, and it blows up. It feels like there's a balloon or something inside of me on that spot on the back of my head. I get shit going through me. I get urine going through me. It's going through my body. It's decaying my body. It's decaying my fucking head and my skull. I get constant EMFs and radiation from the remote neural monitoring you saw me and being passed around. I get drugged constantly from these pieces of shit using this on me when they're high. Lies against me stating I have a long criminal record in history. Lies against me stating I have a long psychological record in history, and none of it is true in any way, shape, or form. Lies against me stating I'm suicidal and self-harmer, and none of it is true in any way, shape, or form. Lies cast against me that need to be proven. So this is how O.P.P commit their crimes, and this is how they commit human trafficking. This is how they commit identity thefts. This is how they commit murders. They are guilty of having my mother stalked and murdered through William Wooldridge and Blair Hardy, and they were using R&M on her, and they caused her death through it. Using these people to mentally fuck people up so they can live through them and take them over. You injure them enough and use R&M on them enough, buy enough time preventing them help, so a person can be actually mentally destroyed, killed, and taken over through this fucking tech that this is being used on. And like I said, as crazy as it sounds, 100% provable. If I could actually get medical help and a CATs or MRIs and other brainwave tests, neurological tests, it would prove a lot of stuff. I have no feeling or stimulation left in my head. I haven't for months. My right lung is completely gone. I don't even feel it anymore. I don't feel my own right kidney anymore. Everything that's been done to me is on my right side. I was shot in my right ear back in 2019 by the ex-chief or commander. He went by in a white Jeep. He waved at me when I waved back. A guy in a black truck pulled up beside him. It was at the lights on the corner of Center and Bridge, and they shot something at me, and it went into my right ear. And after that, that's when the medical problems started, because I had not had any. Previous to that, I hadn't even been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to that. And then all of a sudden, there's this falsified file on me and all this bullshit going around about me. After STACEY talks to TATIANA the day of my CAT scan, who happens to be girlfriends, which is their own business, but it is what it is. Having me falsely charged to give me in an attempt to give me a criminal record, in an attempt to get away with the crimes that they've been getting away with, helping buy time, medical treatment refusals, Dr. Barton laughing in my face over being sodomized, Dr. Pritchard trying to have me committed for having it happen because I'm a man and who it's from and by, a justice of the peace making accusations that I'm high on marijuana and hallucinating all of this. After I try to get medical help and being laughed at and all of this other shit. I don't think so. Especially when your ass is being ripped open because of it. And to the point of blood and everything else, yeah, that's a hallucination with proof. Just like my identity theft and changes is hallucination, but with proof, right? All the different ones I've been going through, my skull being deformed, it's been flattened, rounded, widened, elongated, shortened. I've been showing it and proving it. I'm getting right now, when I'm doing this right now, all I'm getting is clicking in my damn ear. Like buttons are being pushed. Like I said, I no longer feel my consciousness. I am being lived through, and as crazy as this sounds, it is not, by these pieces of shit who are using this on me. I've lost serious amounts of weight today. The ones mostly responsible. Jason Van Alstyne, you are guilty of attempted murder. You lucky that you own O.P.P and that you work for him and you're untouchable. Ray, Blair Hardy, who is Bandito MC. He's also a drug trafficker and the one that laces the drugs to sell them here in NAPANEE to commit murders, to make it look like just another drug addict getting bad drugs and had an overdose from it, but meanwhile done with intent to make it look that way. It's done with the purpose of murdering them. Isn't that right, Blair Hardy? Billy Waldridge, delusional piece of shit, highly psychotic, thinks that he is me, thinks he is Harry Potter, thinks that we were switched at birth. He is 70 years old, 70 in his 70s, I'm in 50. And you're using this shit to mentally fucking injure me, completely splitting my skull, and me having proof of it and not being able to do a damn thing about it. 100% proof of it and not being able to do a damn thing about it. And then when my head swells up, I get told by Dr. Waldron when I go there, "Oh, you're crazy. You're a retard. We can't fix crazy. You need a head shrink," pun intended. Or being going to the hospital and my head swelled up and, "Oh, your hat fits. You're fine." Or not being seen, or going there and telling them what's going on, and they're just taking it as me being there with a headache or thinking I'm on drugs to dry out when I don't do the fucking shit. So I'm being dumbed down to be turned into a damn vegetable so I can't think about this, so they get away with it. It will all be turned around on me. Time has been bought. 100% this will be turned around on me, and I know it. Because time has been bought. It's been going on for 3 years, and them using all these different junkies and passing it around and doing nothing. Me even having video of trying to get arrests done and being surrounded by hands on guns by the cops to prevent it. Me phoning even there, trying to get badge numbers and them obstructing, refusing to give me the information. The justice of the peace here also needs to be investigated for corruption. This is how they assure their crimes. They mentally fuck people up and then they use remote neural monitoring on their victims. They lie, they buy time. They basically lobotomize their victims, stealing their fucking memories, causing them memory losses. Using this shit that a lot of people are not aware of. You are guilty of domestic terrorism. I don't even have control over my own damn eyes anymore. I'm being used as a fucking puppet. I'm being used as a game by these psychotics. So let this be a lesson. You speak police crimes, you try to help anybody or try to save lives, and you will become a victim. You will be lied about, you will be injured, you will be tortured, you will be sex assaulted, you will be sold because they are human traffickers, human sex trade slavery traffickers. They are also guilty of animal abuses and murders as well. When I am doing this and I can actually only feel the consciousness of Blair Hardy, and Jason Van Alstyne in me and around me. I'm like, what the fuck? So, and I'm certainly not schizophrenic. I hear no voices. I have no hallucinations, no multiple personalities. I am one person, but I have many criminally used and dangerous, very dangerous tech on me, which is the R&M. So I'm no delusions. I do not think that I am somebody that I'm not, like one Billy Wooldridge or Della Rossable, whatever the fuck his name is, at 149 Center Street North, the untouchable one. Even Shannon Cork laughed in my face about him as he went on to stalk my mother and to use and to murder her, and she knew damn well what was going to happen. Time's been bought. The damage has been done because consciously Chris is dead, and if I share DNA, direct DNA with any of the lowlifes involved, besides my Wood family, which is dead, and I can easily get bodies exhumed to prove my DNA, and I've also taken steps to prove my DNA for this because of it happening to me. You are nothing but a piece of shit, Jason Van Alstyne. You are nothing but a piece of shit, Tyler Lake. You are nothing but a piece of shit, Blair Hardy. You are nothing but a piece of shit, Billy Wooldridge. And the rest of you goofs using this. The woman on the corner of Center and Thomas, the crack shack, Curtis, setting fires, attempted arsons on my old place, throwing fire or throwing blood on my old place as a warning sign. My previous address. All revenge retaliation against me, putting prisoner tracking on me for this. False arrest to get my pictures, my prints, and my signatures, and also to give me a record in an attempt to for this framing forgeries and frauds against me, numbing me down to dumb me down to try to turn me into a vegetable completely and injuring my midbrain, my pineal gland, my hypothalamus, and the rest. I never had any surgeries prior to being shot in the ear either back in 2019. No neurological problems, or even, like I said, being to a hospital or a doctor in almost 7 to 10 years. And then all of a sudden, this starts to happen to me. I was fully conscious, fully awake, and aware in my thought, my actions, and my movements, even. And now I'm being dumbed down to be dumbed down by this remote neuromonitoring because, yeah, I'm basically being turned into another fucking person. They're living through me. Bunch of junkies who are using this on me. This is how the police murder. This is how they traffic, and this is how they frame. And if any of these pieces of garbage were arrestable, a lot of this could be proven. And like I said, if I share any direct DNA with any of you bastards, you're going to be seriously fucked more than what you realize. Needs to be found. He needs to be arrested for attempted murder and murder. Enough is enough. Along with Billy Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North, Tyler Lake, Jason Van Alstyne, and he is basically most likely at Ray Ray's on East Street behind Mamma Mia's Pizza. Billy Wooldridge hangs out at a local pub here and a coffee shop. As I'm doing this right now, I have absolutely no feeling or stimulation in my head whatsoever. None. Big difference from my thumbnail, isn't it? For anybody that thinks identity thefts cannot happen, I am 100% proof that they can and are, and is being done to me through the remote neural monitoring. So, congratulations, Lennox and Eddington, Ontario Provincial Police, Spencer Mills, 14716, ex chief or commander, staff sergeants once again, 2019 and 2021. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Robert Kane, Stacey, and another reason she left is to distance herself from this and to try to have deniability. Having my mother murdered after she was at the hospital for my CAT scan appointment through Billy Woldridge. She was also involved with that, associated to him and with him. You know, if you're in these positions to commit these kind of crimes, you got to do everything you got to do to keep it covered up, to prevent it from getting out that you are involved in these kind of crimes, such as human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery trafficking, using seriously dangerous tech on victims, causing memory losses, causing brain damages, causing fucking identity thefts, mentally murdering your victims and using this tech to have other people live through them as them while killing them. You don't need a fucking gun anymore. I have no feeling in my head, so you're done it. Time has been bought, you murdering pieces of shit. You became cops because you knew that you could come to NAPANEE and commit the crimes that you were committing and successfully get away with it because who you are through your badges, positions, your lies, your cover-ups, your time buying. Same with the doctors who aid and co-commit and cover your crimes with and for you, along with the inmates that you use and the drug addict pieces of shit garbage that you use and give this stuff to play Pontius Pilate to commit your revenge retaliation crimes for you. That way you get your revenge retaliation and your homicides, and it's done through these psychopaths. So, win-win situation for everybody involved. My skull's been split and I'm being broadcasted through by this shit on both sides of me. My body's been fucking split. There's been serious damages done to me internally. And I'm being accused of doing this. I don't fucking think so. I do not live by myself. And I think if I was doing this kind of shit to myself, there would be evidence of it. All anybody has to do is look at my other videos and you can clearly see the changes in me. You take a person's fucking consciousness, you use this tech on them, you take a person's consciousness, you take psychopaths, you feed them a bunch of bullshit lies, and then you have people being taken over to mentally fuck them up, to justify and benefit your lies against them. That's what this is about too, isn't it? more revenge retaliation to justify your fucking lies, to get away with the crimes that you are guilty of, O.P.P, and the doctors here, along with Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, your little bitch boys. So, no matter what anybody does, and no matter what kind of proofs you have against anything or anybody here, you speak police crimes, you will become a victim, and they will assassinate your entire fucking bloodline because they can, and they will get away with it. They have the doctors, they have other police, they have the justice of the peace, and they have their inmates, they have their co-offenders, their little junkies that they can use, their pawns in their crimes, while giving them a little bit of money and drugs. Hey, use this on a person, fry their body, cook them from the inside, completely and totally destroy them. The O.P.P, you think you know. There's how they are having invasive surveillance on children too. Billy Wooldridge is a pedophile sex offender. He was stalking children at Tim Hortons. I'm 50 years old and I'm going through this and I'm starting to look a whole lot younger now, so. Be safe, everybody. Love all, hate none, and remember, identity thefts can and do happen. I am proof and I am victim. Be safe. And if I go out and if anything happens to me, it will be revenge retaliation and there will be no mistaken identity. It will be done with intent. So, all I've done is report on crimes on me, by whom, how, and why. And for 3 years, I have been damn well consistent. Damn well consistent. Be safe. Love all. Hate none. No point in doing any questionnaires. No point in even, I'm basically talking to myself. So, oh well. These bastards are also guilty of serious damages to my animal as well, to my dog. Congratulations, Jason Van Alstyne, you piece of shit garbage. If I share any DNA with you, you're going to be one sorry little piece of shit. Same with you, Billy Wooldridge. Same with you, Blair Hardy and Tyler Lake. I'm tired of being used as a fucking game and being seriously injured for your benefit, for O.P.P's benefit, in hopes to fuck me up so they can justifiably do what they plan on doing and using you, doing everything to try to make me look, if they can try to discredit me and try to make me look fucked up in society or whatever, benefits you, don't it? Steal a person's consciousness. And for anybody that does not think that this can't happen, I'm sorry, but it can and it does, and it is happening. And it's being used right here in NAPANEE on victims because it's a small town. So I bet you've committed many, many, many murders, Spencer Mills and O.P.P this way, human trafficked. I bet you've committed lots of identity thefts. I bet you've lobotomized a lot of victims this way. I bet you've framed a lot of victims this way. Chris Wood, love all, hate none. You're lucky I cannot get checked out. Time's been bought. And people will be charged for murder because this will be proven, autopsy or not. Anything happens to me, it is murder on me and nothing else. I want to make that very plainly clear.